Hey, it's Mike Siner again, folks. So earlier today, we did a video where we ranked live for people searching to find out what it costs for using the payroll service for ADP. That's what our client, company called PriceItHere.com, asked us to do for them. Well, after doing this, they saw the video, they loved it, and the request immediately was, hey, we want you to get out there and do another one for us. So we figured since we're doing it in the same day, this will be for QuickBooks. We want to go ahead and just do another video. We're so sure that with the quality of our authority with Google, the links that we built to it, that we're able to do this again in live time. So right on the foothills of the one we just did, we're going to rank on page 1 of Google for QuickBooks payroll cost in 2020. Same goal as before. The client knows that when they're able to rank for these search terms, they're going to help connect these people with people like QuickBooks and ADP and Intuit and so forth. And when you're able to do these things, they get paid for that. They're a lead generation company. So without further ado, let's not waste any time. Here's the world clock. Again, Tuesday. It's now 5:09 in the evening. Okay. So we're going to roll over now to this page right here. Again, you'll see it is not published. We'll talk about the elements on here. We're going to click publish in live time right now. So the page will soon be live on the client's website. And now it's live. So let's preview the changes. I'm going fast because we don't want you spending a lot of time watching videos. We just want you to see that it works. We're now going over, just like the first video, I'm simply submitting this to Google Search Console, asking Google to index this. You'll see it says URL is not on Google. So this is, in fact, there's the URL. This is, in fact, a brand new page that is just being created at 5:09 in the afternoon here on a Tuesday. This process here typically takes anywhere, submitting the index to, I don't know, 20 to 30 seconds. And then usually after you've submitted it, Google's pretty good about plugging it into their index within 2 minutes. From that, sometimes they're a little longer and we get forced having to do a follow-up video or not doing one at all. They may take a day to do it. I have no control over that. So we do these things live, folks. Sometimes you'll see a previous video we did. We ranked on page 4, but we're also in the process of showing people that we can and will build a couple links to that page, and we'll rank number 1 within 2 to 3 weeks. So we love doing this stuff live. I think it's put your money where your mouth is, and if people are really good at this, they should have no problem posting at least one of these videos every month or so. Recently, we've been doing them almost weekly. So now this has been submitted. Let's go ahead and jump out of here. I want to roll back in here. So again, you got a URL. It's under the category payroll, and it's a short one. It's QuickBooks payroll cost. This is the logo. You'll notice when I click on it, we always use alternative text and image title attribute. I am a big believer that you don't use images that are named like something Big Stock gave it, pretty woman sitting at front office or whatever. Give it a name that's relevant to your post that you have on your website. This is the H1 tag. If you were to hover over this, you'll see up here, every website should have one H1 tag, also known as an H1 tag, heading 1. This here is QuickBooks payroll cost in 2020. Compare prices, reviews, products, pros and cons, and alternatives. I always say, do not try to cheat with just 100, 200, maybe even 300 words of content. Depending on what you're trying to rank for, you may need 1,000. You may need 2,000 words of content. Just make sure you have enough content to realistically address the user's query. So here we've got a little bit of corporate information about it, a little bit of stock information, who the CEO is. We then start writing about the different options, several photos. I want to again show you. We've got the image title attribute, QuickBooks, and we've got the alternative text on all images. This is an H2 tag. Again, you should only have one H1 tag on you. So it's just a little bit smaller of a font. Generally, I would only say you want to have 2, maybe 3 or 4 of these, but usually 2 should work. And then you've got some smaller, these are just paragraph tags, and they're just in bold. Benefits of having QuickBooks payroll drawbacks. So I'm doing the pros and cons of that. QuickBooks payroll cost. Here we are again talking about, here it is, that should have probably been bolded, $45 a month. And we're talking about, this is pretty much public information. I don't know why some people don't go directly to the site to get this information when they, in this case, they probably could. Instead, they Google it, and we try to, if we can, even outrank QuickBooks or the competitor on this, because we want to drive leads. That's what we do. We are a lead generation company, and this is exactly what our clients are expecting of us. So again, you'll see payroll lead. These are some various different programs that they offer. And I guess it's the name of it. I use QuickBooks Intuit, but I don't use this particular program. Got a link here that goes to businesswire.com. It is good to have limited, don't go crazy, but linking to authoritative websites. Personally, when I do that, I open them up in a new window. I don't like people to physically and completely leave my website without the ability of coming back. So having said all that, I'm going to jump back over here one more time, and we're just going to see if this page has in fact been indexed yet. If it has, Google should tell us. Google is on URL. So we've got a couple, so I don't have time to get into what Google AMP pages are. I highly recommend you look at it, but that's a whole nother discussion. Having said all that, let's roll over to Google. Let's see how we did. No, sorry, that's not what we're trying to do. QuickBooks, payroll cost in 2020. This means people love to plug in the year. I don't know why, especially when they're looking for current information. So, not seeing this yet. Again, I'm not going to swear. Google says they've indexed us. So we're right here, guys. We're literally on page 2, as it turns out. We're number 11. This is just a little bit of link building efforts for us. We build 2 or 3 links to that, and we'll rank on the first page of Google. Just want to try this also in an incognito window. Make sure that we're still ranking number 11. So we just barely missed page 1. Again, that's the thing about being live. We're able to make some mistakes, and we're going to own our mistakes. That's not a mistake. We did everything we could. So there we are. So once again, we're ranking number 11 at the top of page 2 of Google. But the point I'm driving home here is, folks, sometimes you do everything you can to optimize a web page, and you don't end up with the perfect result. That's when you have to come behind, and you've got to do some link building. 1 or 2 may do it. Sometimes you may need to do 15 or 20. It depends on how competitive the search term is and how badly you want to get there. So if you watch some other videos we've got on there, you'll be seeing we had the same situation. We're literally saying, give us a couple weeks. We're going to build a few links. We're going to come back, and we're going to do a part 2 of those videos. We'll probably do one with this too. But we're going to do a part 2. We're going to build a couple links to this stuff, and we're going to rank on the first page of Google, hopefully in the top 3 positions. Continue to follow us, guys. Live, learn, and rank number 1. That's what we do at Peak Marketing Service.